Have you ever wondered if the true cost of settling an estate extends far beyond the obvious legal fees? Many seniors and their families discover that probate can come with unexpected expenses, from insurance and taxes to hidden costs that can really add up. Today we're going to break down the often overlooked expenses associated with probate, focusing on how insurance, taxes, and other hidden costs can impact your estate. Whether you're planning ahead or already navigating probate after a loved one's passing, understanding these factors is essential for protecting your financial legacy. Before we dive into the specifics, let's start with a quick overview of probate. Probate is the legal process by which a deceased person's estate is administered and distributed. During probate, the court validates the will, appoints an executor, and oversees the payment of debts and distribution of assets to beneficiaries. While many people think of probate in terms of legal fees and time delays, there are additional costs that can significantly affect the overall expense of the process. These include not only the obvious fees, but also insurance requirements, taxes, and hidden charges that may not be immediately apparent. Insurance plays a critical role in protecting the value of an estate, but it can also become a hidden expense during probate. Here are a few key insurance-related issues you should be aware of. 1. Homeowners insurance adjustments. When a property passes from one owner to another, especially through probate, the existing homeowner's insurance policy might need to be adjusted or replaced. Some insurance may view the probate process as a period of increased risk and could raise premiums or even cancel the policy if it's not updated to reflect the new circumstances. This means that during probate, you may need to shop around for a new policy or negotiate with your current provider, potentially incurring your costs. 2. Title insurance. Title insurance protects against claims or disputes over property ownership. In the context of probate, especially when real estate is involved, obtaining or updating title insurance is crucial. If there are any discrepancies in the title or unresolved claims, title insurance can offer protection, but it does come at a price. This cost is usually a one-time fee, but it's an important expense to factor into your overall probate costs. 3. Liability insurance for executors. Executors or personal representatives sometimes face personal liability if mistakes occur during the probate process. In some cases, they need to secure additional liability insurance to protect themselves from potential lawsuits related to their management of the estate. While this insurance isn't always mandatory, it can be a wise investment, particularly for larger or more complex estates. Insurance on valuables. If the estate includes high-value personal property like antiques, art collections, or jewelry, having proper insurance coverage is crucial. An appraisal may be necessary to determine the current market value, and insurance costs can fluctuate based on these valuations. Failing to insure these assets properly can lead to significant losses, especially if they're damaged or stolen during the transition period. Each of these insurance considerations can represent a hidden cost that isn't immediately visible when you first think about probate. Being proactive about reviewing and adjusting insurance policies early in the probate process can help mitigate these unexpected expenses. Taxes can be one of the most significant and complex aspects of probate, and they are often catch families by surprise. There are several types of taxes that may come into play. 1. Estate taxes. Estate taxes are levied on the value of the deceased person's estate before its distribution to the heirs. Although federal estate taxes only apply to estates above a certain threshold, some states have their own estate tax laws. In California, while there isn't a state-level estate tax, the federal estate tax can be a concern for larger estates. Proper estate planning, such as the use of trust or other tax-efficient strategies, can help minimize this burden. 2. Inheritance taxes. Inheritance tax on the beneficiaries receiving assets from the estate. Although California does not impose an inheritance tax if the estate includes assets located in other states, or if the beneficiary resides in a state with an inheritance tax, this could become an issue. It's important to understand the tax implication in each relevant jurisdiction. 3. Capital gains taxes. When heirs sell an inherited property, they may be subject to capital gains tax on the increase in value from the time of inheritance to the time of sale. Fortunately, inherited assets often receive a step-up in basis, meaning the value is adjusted to the market value at the time of the original owner's death. However, if the property is held for a significant period, or if market conditions change, capital gains taxes can still impact the net proceeds from a sale. 4. Income taxes on the estate. In some cases, the estate itself might generate income through investments, rental income, or interest that need to be reported in tax. Managing these income streams during the probate process can add another type of layer and complexity and cost. Each of these taxes represent a potential hidden cost that can reduce the overall value of the inheritance. It's essential to consult with a tax professional or estate planning attorney to develop strategies that minimize tax liabilities and maximize the value passed on to the heirs. Beyond insurance and taxes, there are other hidden costs in the probate process that can catch you off guard. Here are some of the things you should consider. 1. Administrative and filing fees. While many people are aware of the basic court filing fees, there can be additional administrative costs that pile up over time. These might include fees for obtaining certified copies of documents, publishing legal notices, or even storage fees of physical records. 2. Professional fees beyond the attorney. Probate often requires the expertise of multiple professionals. In addition to attorney fees, you might need to pay fees for accountants, appraisers, or even financial advisors. Each professional brings their own fee structure, and these costs can quickly add up, especially if the probate process drags on longer than expected. Property maintenance and repair costs. If the probate estate includes real estate, the property may need maintenance, repairs, or even renovations to make it market ready. Unexpected issues such as mold, outdated systems, or deferred maintenance can lead to a significant expense. These costs may not be apparent until after the probate process has begun, putting additional financial pressure on the estate. 4. Storage and moving expenses. Sorting through and moving personal belongings, especially in a home filled with decades of accumulated items, often incurs costs. Professional organizers, moving companies, and storage facilities might be necessary to handle the transition, and these services can be costly if not planned for in advance. 5. Cost of delays. Probate can be a lengthy process. Delays may arise due to court backlogs, disputes among heirs, or unforeseen complications. These delays not only prolong the emotional strain on family members, but can also lead to additional costs such as increased interest on debts, continued maintenance expenses, and even penalties for late payments or filings. Now that we've outlined the hidden costs associated with probate, from insurance and taxes to other unforeseen expenses, let's discuss some strategies to help you manage and potentially reduce these costs. 1. Plan ahead. Effective estate planning can help minimize many of these hidden costs. Work with experienced professionals to set up trust, update your will, and establish clear instructions for the distribution of assets. Proactive planning can reduce the likelihood of disputes and delays, which in turn can cut down administrative fees and other expenses. 2. Regularly review and update insurance policies. As you or your loved ones age, the insurance needs may change. Make it a point to review your homeowner's title and liability insurance policies regularly, especially if you're nearing a life transition. Adjusting policies in advance can help avoid last-minute surprises during probate. Consult with tax professionals. Given the complexity of estate, inheritance, and capital gains taxes, have a dedicated tax professional is invaluable. They can help you structure your estate in a tax-efficient manner and identify potential liabilities well before they become problematic. 4. Maintain detailed records. Keeping meticulous records of all assets, receipts, and professional consultations can help streamline the probate process. Detailed documentation not only provides clarity, but also serves as a safeguard against disputes and potential fraud. This can also help in ensuring that all expenses are accounted for, reducing the risk of unexpected fees. 5. Use professional mediation for disputes. Family disputes during probate can lead to costly litigation and prolonged delays. Engaging a mediator early on can help resolve conflicts before they escalate into legal battles. This proactive approach not only saves money, but also preserves family relationships during a difficult time. 6. Budget for the unexpected. It's wise to set aside a contingency fund as part of your estate planning. This reserve can cover unexpected costs that arise during probate, such as emergency repairs, additional professional fees, or unanticipated tax liabilities. By planning for these possibilities, you can reduce the financial strain on the estate and ensure that the legacy is preserved as intended. As we've seen, the probate process can involve more than just legal fees. It encompasses a range of hidden costs that significantly impact the overall value of the estate. For those in the 55-plus community and beyond, understanding these potential expenses is crucial for effective estate planning. Remember, insurance adjustments may be needed during probate, and ensuring your policies are current can help avoid higher premiums or coverage gaps. Tax liabilities, including estate, inheritance, and capital gains taxes, can reduce net inheritance if not planned for. Hidden costs, from administrative fees and professional service to property repairs and delays, can quickly add up if you're not prepared. By staying informed, planning ahead, and working with qualified professionals, you can protect your estate from unexpected costs and ensure that your loved one's legacy is honored in the way they intended. Probate insurance, taxes, and hidden costs might sound overwhelming, but understanding each component can empower you to make informed decisions, whether you're in the midst of estate planning or currently planning a probate process. Taking proactive steps can safeguard your financial future and preserve family legacies. It's never too early or too late to start asking questions. Reviewing your policies and consulting with trusted professionals With careful planning and vigilance, you can navigate these complexities and reduce the burden of hidden costs on your estate. Thank you for taking the time to explore these important issues. Stay informed, plan ahead, and protect the legacy that matters most to you.